Hello, it's Marlena again, and I am making this video for the post-rapture. So if you're watching this and millions of people have disappeared, if people have disappeared, leaving behind glasses, shoes, clothes, socks, jewelry, literally everything, except for their bodies, like just their bodies have disappeared, and everything that a living person would need was left behind, they were raptured. If millions of people disappeared all over the planet at the same time, it was the rapture. It was not an alien invasion. It was not some nuclear explosion. It was not whatever absurd other theory the government may try to tell you. It was the rapture. And I've got good news and bad news for you for this time period that you're in. The good news is it is not too late to be saved. You can be saved so long as you have not taken the mark of the beast or worshipped his image. You're not dead, which obviously you're not dead if you're watching this. And Jesus is not, his second coming has not occurred. And by second coming, I mean the clouds will part and there will be a host of armies led by Jesus coming back to earth, which is going to happen at the end of the tribulation. Then, as long as none of those three things have happened, it is not too late. If Jesus has already come back, which I don't think you'd be watching this if Jesus was already back anyways, or you're not dead, which once again, could not watch this video if you were dead, and you have not taken the mark of the beast and worshipped his image, then it is not too late for you. If one of those three things has happened, clearly you couldn't have died. I mean, duh. But if you take the mark of the image or worship the beast, or some absurd chance that Jesus already came back and you're watching, I don't even know if you could watch this. I don't even know how electronics will work in that moment in time. But yeah, it's too late at that point. Like, just go ahead and cut the video off. It's done. You've chosen your side. It's over. But if we're not there yet, it's not too late. You can be saved. But I do want you to know that Christians were right. Jesus came back. He raptured our church. We're in heaven now with we may be having the bridal feast. I'm not really sure, because I'm not sure if that's before or after the second coming. Like, yet during the Great Tribulation. I don't know. But it is, the Bible always says that the tribulation will last for a time, times, and half a time, which many Bible experts have come to believe will be 7 years. That could be true. I don't know. But if you look at some of the other days mentioned in the Old Testament, it does talk about, it talks about some other numbers in the book of Revelation. I mean, not the Old Testament, the New Testament, in the book of Revelation. It talks about some numbers. And if you do the math, that's 3.5 years. So that either means that those things are going to happen for half the tribulation, or that tribulation is only 3.5 years. I don't know. It could be 3.5 years. It could be 7 years. No one really knows, because what the heck does time, times, and half a time even mean? So, who knows? But this tribulation period, people believe, will be 7 years long, and there will be a man that will come on the scene. He will be evil, but he will come as a man of peace and safety, and he will make a peace treaty between Israel and all the Muslim nations, and he's going to seem like this great man that everybody's going to love, and he's the Antichrist. Do not believe anything he says. I believe if he has not already shown up, he will show up very soon. He will want world peace. He will want a one world government, a one world currency, one world religion. In the time that I'm already in on Right now, it is September 15th, 2023 at 5:49 p.m. They're already trying to bring 3 of the world religions together. They got like some freaking area where they got a Muslim mosque, a Jewish temple, and a Christian or a Catholic church, all like right next to each other, and they have some kind of flag supposed to be like coexist or whatever. That coexist thing, it is just the first step toward the one world religion, and that one world religion will be led by the Antichrist, which is why one of the many reasons I'm very convinced that we are right here at the end of times. Like, the rapture has not yet happened where I'm currently at in time recording this, but I am so certain it's going to happen very soon. So where you're at, I don't know if coexist will be the name of this one world religion. I don't know what it's going to be called, but it will probably stem from coexist. It's going to be a one world religion, and to start with, he's probably not going to ask you to worship him because he's going to come like a savior. But at some point in the next, like during this tribulation, he's going to die. Well, he's actually going to die, and he's going to be resurrected. And I believe it'll probably be 3 days that he's dead before he's resurrected. Then he will take himself to the Jewish temple and will claim himself God. And then he will demand that you worship him. He will be the God of this one world religion. And then he will demand that you take his mark on either your forehead or your right hand, and you cannot buy or sell without this mark. Anyone who has told you that the COVID vaccine is the mark of the beast, they are wrong. It is not. The man of sorrows, the Antichrist, the beast, whatever the heck you want to call this man, has to be on the scene before the mark of the beast is. It will be his name, the sign of his number, I don't know what the heck that means, or the number 666, and you have to have it either on your forehead or your right hand. And like I said, you won't be able to buy or sell without it. He will ask the whole entire world, I think before he dies, to give up all their weapons. He's going to destroy 90%. I don't know if he's actually going to destroy them, but he's going to claim to destroy 90% of them and keep 10%. And as unrealistic as that sounds, people are actually going to do it. And he's going to claim he's just using it to keep the peace, to make sure that people who want division will, he's only going to kill the people that want division or whatever. Those are going to be the people who come to Jesus, which I hope you will be one of them, after the rapture. There will be 144,000 Jews that come to Jesus during this point in history. The point you're in, not me. The point that you're in right now, there'll be 144,000 Jews that come to Jesus. But there will also be others, hopefully like yourself, that will be saved. So, please go and read the book of Revelations, because where you're at right now, you're living Bible prophecy. In fact, you don't have to take my word for it. If you're not 100% sold on this whole Jesus thing, if you're not 100% sold that it was Jesus that raptured his church, and that's why millions of people disappeared, go and grab a Bible. But be very careful about the Bible you grab, because in the time that I'm in, they're already trying to rewrite the Bible. So go and find a Bible out of someone's house. Don't go buy it from the store, because they probably done took the whole book of Revelations out of the Bible. If they haven't took it out, they've rewritten it. Because no one has a fear for God, just in the time that I'm in. They definitely don't in the time you're in. So go to a house. I'm not going to tell you my address in case you're watching this pre-rapture. But go to a house and find a Bible. Look in the Bible and find one that says anything before 2020. Like, there will be dates. in the Bible. Actually, I got a children's Bible right here. I can show you how to check and see if a Bible was written before 2020. Dang, I might need a new children's Bible. This thing was not written before 2020. Okay, this page. This is what you're going to want to look for, where all this copyright stuff. Look for copyright. Whoops. Do you see right there where it says copyright C 2021, 2023? This is going to be near the beginning of the book. Go and find a Bible that says something before 2020. When you find a Bible that says anything copyrighted before 2020, flip to the book of Revelations and read it. And then watch every single one of those prophecies come true. And when every single one of those prophecies come true, please believe. Please believe before you get the mark of the beast. Because once you get the mark of that beast, it will be too late. This man is going to set up some kind of giant, moving, speaking, breathing image of himself. I don't know if it's going to be a robot. I don't know if it's going to be a statue that Satan is going to empower. Which, I don't know how, because you can't give life. He can't create life. I'm thinking it's going to be a robot. But it's going to be massive. It's going to be a huge breathing. Well, it's going to breathe too, though, so. Or it's going to give the appearance of breathing. Satan can't actually create life. It might be demon possessed, maybe. But it's going to be massive. And you're going to have the choice of get the mark of the beast and worship it, or die. And this image will even be able to kill you. I beg you, please, please. Death will be worse. Death will be better than what is to come if you take the mark of the beast. Like, at this point in time that you're in, hell is literally going to be released on earth. There will be all kinds of evil things on earth during the time that you're in. If you get saved, some of them will not faze you. Some of them will not be able to touch you. Others will affect all of humanity. There's going to be wars and famines and pestilence, and those are going to affect you. And those are going to kill millions of people. There's going to be a third of the ocean is going to turn to blood. All the fresh water in the world is going to be bitter. I really don't know. Honestly, it can't be that long that it's going to be bitter and unable to be drank, because I cannot imagine how people would live. Anyone would live. But these are things the Bible say are going to happen. And I lost my train of thought. Please, just do not take the mark of the beast. Oh, the things that won't affect you. There will be these things the Bible describe that are going to be like a horse, but it's going to have like the mane of a lion and the tail of a scorpion, and the tail is going to strike people, and it's going to be torture for months. And people are going to want to die. People who get stung by these things are going to want to die, but they're not going to be able to. At this point in time will be the only time in all of history nobody is going to die. And anyone stung by these things are going to wish they could die. There are going to be people who try to take their lives, and they just physically cannot. So, but if you are a Christian, by the point that these things appear, God will put the seal of God on your forehead. I don't know if that is a literal thing that everyone will be able to see. Is that a spiritual thing that only other Christians will be able to see? Like, the Left Behind series has it like only other Christians can see it. Or is it just like a figurative thing where like Satan's demonic army of like horse locust things will not be able to harm you? They just cannot harm you. You're going to be the ones they want to harm the most because you will be God's children. Oh, well, I'm speaking as if you're getting saved at this point in history. I hope you do. I sincerely pray anyone watching this video gets saved. But these locusts, the Bible calls them locusts, I guess just to make it easier, but the way they're described, they look, no, I don't know. But, they're going to want to hurt you, but they can't. So they're going to take it out on the rest of humanity. These things have no love for humanity any more than Satan and his army of demons do. There will be, what else did the Bible say wouldn't harm the, there will come a time where the sun will literally boil people who go out, like people that go outside that don't believe in Jesus. Like they're going to have, well, it's not even those that don't, the people who have taken the mark of the beast. The people that have taken the mark of the beast and have worshipped his image, if they go outside for a certain period of time, they're going to burst into flames and they're just going to die. It's going to, like, literally their blood is going to boil in their veins and they're going to die. But anyone who has not gotten the mark of the beast, you don't even got to be a Christian at that point. You just not have gotten the mark of the beast. You walk outside just fine. Nothing going to faze you. Don't really know how that's going to work with the Antichrist himself. Will it face him? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of awful things that happen. Please, please, just get saved. And if you're watching this before the rapture, if you're watching this pre-rapture, please get saved before the rapture. You do not want to wait and see if people disappear. You do not want to wait and see it, like some people say, well, I'll believe when people are raptured. Well, there's a couple things wrong with that statement. First of all, I believe the rapture could happen like any second now. But what if Jesus comes back in an hour and you die while you're watching this video? You could die literally right now and Jesus could come back in an hour. Like he could rapture his church in an hour. So you died before Jesus came back. So you didn't see the rapture. It's too late. You're in hell. Jesus could come back in a month. You could die tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to be alive to see the rapture. So don't say that you'll believe when you see the rapture, because you don't know if you're going to live to see it. No matter how imminent it is. But not promised the next breath. Also, another reason why waiting until the rapture to believe is a horrible idea is because you don't want to live through the tribulation. I want to be raptured. I've read the book of Revelation. It's an interesting read, but it sounds like something completely awful to live through. You don't want to live through that. I promise. Please just be saved now before it's too late. But if you missed your chance and you're watching this post-rapture, it's still not too late unless you've gotten the mark of the beast. Please be saved. God loves you. I love you. I would not be making this video if I didn't care. God bless you. And if you're post-rapture watching this, good luck. And if you get saved, pre-rapture or post-rapture, I will see you in heaven.